Hey, what's up, CLG gamers? I'm just going to be talking about some of the Dragon Ball FighterZ threats at EVO this year. The game has changed a lot. The landscape of the competitive space is a lot different than it was in 2018 and 2019 when I competed probably the most, like, seriously. I think it's pretty interesting. Like, it's really hard to say who's going to be the one that wins this year. I'd say off the top of my head, it's most likely Wawa. Wawa is the #1 seed of the tournament, which makes sense considering that he won the finals. He's pretty much like the favorite to win, but I don't think it's gonna be super free for him. Even at the finals, he did lose to a really strong Japanese player who goes by Ikuan. Ikuan is definitely one of the threats to like look out for. I played Ikuan at France in like casuals, like, you know, before the finals started, and I was like really impressed with him. He improved a lot. Like the last time I saw him play, he played like hit. I'd say his neutral and like decision making have improved drastically. So let me just pull up a little match of him really quickly. In this set, Ikuan and Wawa played, and he basically was out of the running, or most people would basically count him out here, but he was able to like beat Wawa. Only person to beat Wawa that whole weekend. I don't think a lot of people were really even thinking about him, but his team is really strong. He plays Lab Coat, which I think is honestly like the character you're gonna see a lot this Evo. Even though she got nerfed, she's still like super duper strong. And like her answers to sparking are just so powerful. When I was playing Ikuan, I would spark versus Lab Coat. I'm like, I can't do anything. Like he just absolutely just floats around, just does 2-on-4H. You can't do anything. It's really scary to fight. Besides that, like he's very clutch. He somehow in the clutch situations, yeah, literally this. When I played him in those clutch situations, his dragon rushes they all hit. Every single one. He dragon rushed me so many times when we played. I was like, God damn, my man is trying to DR. And I felt like I was getting he was playing kind of disrespectful, but like then the second I tried to challenge on the dragon rushes, like he changed it up instantly. And I feel like that clutch factor is so important to do well at EVO. This is gonna hit a lot of people. He does the teleport through into the Gogeta assist. If he's closer, it's a little faster. I think his strategy is quite strong. Definitely look out for him. He is, I believe, seated maybe 9th place? Yeah, so he's like seated around here. I think he'll definitely make a big run. The next one I want to talk about in terms of major threats, I wanted to talk about Garlic Bread. Garlic Bread, is a West Coast player, and he is like a sleeper GOAT. This season, he got so good. Primarily an online player. He is a huge lab monster, has tons of like super cool combos, and his team is really weird. He plays Baby, Krillin, and Beerus. At CEO, I lost my mind when he did this. This show is so sick. Like, basically his baby BMB is just like the most stylish combo. But he has like such powerful neutral with rocks and the Beerus assist. It's really hard to like catch baby. And like he just has all these super cool combos. He goes, look at that. Dude, that's like his BMB, and it just looks super stylish. But yeah, he did make top 8 at CEO. That was probably like his first really big showing outside of Festival of Fights, where I believe he won over Chris G actually. And yeah, he just has all these like really cool synergy between his team that only like he knows, and nobody understands how Krillin works like at all. Like I've seen so many people like play against him. Like look at this. And they all get hit by Rock's assist, and they're just like, what? This assist is super fast. Like, not prepared for it. And his Krillin on point is also super good. He has all these like crazy setups, and like he's very optimal. Really good player, really young player. If you don't know how to fight any of his characters, like you'll just get robbed blind. So definitely look out for Garlic Bread. Really good player. I should do one for Hook. I don't know if you guys know about this player, but his name is Hook Gang God. My next player that I think is a major bracket threat to look out for is Nitro. Nitro is, in my opinion, the best American player. I think it's like by a pretty large margin, actually. The people in contention are maybe like Zane, Hook, Legendary Pred. Those are all like really strong players, but in my opinion, the level of play Nitro is at is like insane. His movement is so good. He's just like a true master of the game. Has really strong movement, really good floating, really good assist calls, His offense is very, very strong. He has like a fair amount of good player reads too, which are really important in this game. It's really, really hard to defend against him. And his team is quite strong as well. He plays Bluku 42, I guess. He plays Kid Buu as well. His Kid Buu is really good, but I don't really think he's going to be playing Kid Buu for Evo, in my opinion. He got second place at the World Finals with Bluku. Pretty safe to assume that he'll be playing Blue Goku with Lab Coat and Android 21. In my opinion, I think he's probably the best Android 21 right now. And his Lab Coat is also very, very strong. But yeah, like I really think Lab Coat is going to be like the story of this tournament. Outside of like Nitro, Fenrich is also really good. And man, his Lab Coat is also very, very cheap. His character is actually so cheap. Oh man. But yeah, Nitro, goated American player. I predict him to make grand finals, in my opinion, or make top 3 for sure. So Yasha, in my opinion, is the second best French player behind Wawa, and it's by a little bit. It's not by a lot. Like Wawa is really, really good, but I think Yasha's team strategy is overall stronger. I think the Blue Gogeta with the Android 17 assists is really, really strong. His neutral is like it can be very committal, which Gogeta is. He doesn't have like a traditional key blast. He more is about like putting out these like really long range buttons and like converting it into like probably one of the highest damages in the game, and like having his Rekka to go into his 50/50s. So I think his team is super strong. Like Gogeta with the Vegito assist, like for that, like it helps Gogeta, who has probably some of the highest reward in the game, get in for free. Like it's very, very easy for him to win neutral with his team for Gogeta. At the World Finals, I feel like he didn't play as well as I expected. I actually expected him to make Grand Finals with Wawa, but he ended up losing to Nitro, and he also lost to Hero, which was also a really big upset at this tournament. But I think he had like low-key, I think he had like a bit of the sponsor curse. He just recently got sponsored by, I think it's Solari? I can't pronounce it. SLY. Yeah. I don't know if he has like the sponsor curse, where you get sponsored and then you job because you have a bunch of pressure on you. He still did overall really well. 4th place is amazing, like at a tournament like this. Yeah, I feel like at Evo, he's gonna be in like the top 3 contention spot, along with like Nitro and Wawa. So the last player I want to talk about in terms of threats is Fenrich, and he has been a consistent Dragon Ball player like since the beginning of this game. He's one of the best at Dragon Ball, and it's cool to see like an older player, like I guess like stand the test of time. He's always played he's been like a character loyalist. He's always played his Cell, his Bardock, his Vegeta. Now he's pretty much committed to like switching to like a top tier character that he feels is strong. Like, I remember I talked to him actually after the event. I asked him like what happened to being like a character loyalist? I thought you always played Bardock, always played Vegeta, and you played it through like so many tough times. Like what made you switch? And he told me that Master Roshi and UI Goku actually broke him. He was just like, these characters are not funny. That's what like the Deep L translation said. I'm like, wow, okay. So I think after that point, he was like, all right, I'm down. Like some top tier characters, and have Blue Gogeta as well, which is crazy around the corner. So we'll see if he sticks to the. His Gogeta 4 is really good. If you've seen him play BlazBlue, his Jin DPs, his DP success rate is just so high. He just knows, man. He just knows, and you can expect that also with his Lab Coat and his Cell, who have like great like 2 and 4 H's for anti-airs, and he's the most optimal player like in Dragon Ball, I think, still. So yeah, I think he's definitely like a threat for this tournament. Like no doubt. But we'll see if he makes the adaptations, you know, because I predicted that Fenrich was gonna get second at least at the World Finals, but he ended up getting 3rd and lost to Nitro, which which I did not predict. But Nitro was playing out of his mind that weekend. So we'll see what Fenrich shows up to this Evo. He usually always like finds a way to job and then like makes some crazy losers come back. That's like the Fenrich special. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's about it in terms of my Dragon Ball FighterZ threats for this Evo. It's gonna be a really exciting one. Sonic Fox is entering, but not really their main focus. Goichi not there, but I still think Dragon Ball right now is super duper competitive. I feel like before it was just the Sonic Goichi show. Now, man, it's hard to say. It's hard to say who's gonna win for sure. I think even though Wawa is a big favorite, like he could definitely lose to some players that I mentioned earlier. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.